Hey everybody, welcome back to another Slaburday Saturday. We're going to be filming this elm log. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Slaburday. Thank you all for tuning in. Unfortunately, we had a sawmill breakdown. Oh, I think this thing's low on oil. Also, I'm seeing like oil color in there, so I think there's something else wrong. So the last 2 weeks we haven't been able to post a Slaburday Saturday, so we're super excited to do this, and we're super excited because we got this huge Evan from Evan's Woodshop for scale. Hey everybody. Here.
Hey everybody.
There we go. There we go. We can't afford 2 microphones, folks, unfortunately. So we're gonna get right to it. The catchphrase, we're gonna make some sawdust out of this beautiful elm log. Let's do it.
Nice.
It's gonna be nice. Okay, Evan, we're gonna have you go up a little bit. Oh, too much. Close. Okay, we're good, bang on. Okay, we got 10/4. We got our blade tensioned, and you're okay. Let's get it started up, yeah? Flick the switch. Oh yeah. Oh, this guy knows what's up. Okay, sweet. We got the waste cut off. Beautiful, beautiful grain. We got Siberian Elm and all these little pips. I think these are called pips. This is what we call them in Mappa Burrow. You can see Evan, like it goes through and makes all these little dots.
Cool.
Each of these dots is each from one of these spikes. So some pretty unique lumber.
Some really nice tables.
Yeah, even a little miniature burrow on the side. But we're gonna make a slab here, so let's do it. We don't care about waste cuts. Yeah, we're gonna operate the sawmill. Let's go see what we need to do. We're gonna be cutting 10/4, which is 2.5 inches. So yeah, exactly. We're gonna hold the up button for like maybe a second or two. That's good. Back like 2 feet past the log. That'll give you more time to get the speed. You can even practice right now. Watch, we'll put it in forwards. Very, very tiny, like the most, exactly, yeah, a little slower. Slower, slower. Oh, there we go. That's about your cutting speed. Cool. Even have to touch fast. Ah, spiky. Ooh, ooh, it looks good. Hey Evan, hop in. I'll be in the front there. I'm gonna go like this. That means boom out. So I want you to boom out until I stop, okay? I'll put them both on here, get a little book match action.
Water pop.
Oh!
Look at that.
Nice! Hey man, you can't have all the fun. Bam! Look at that stuff, eh? Isn't that killer?
That's really, really nice.
All right, well, that was nice to have Evan around, give him the rundown of the sawmill, have him cut me a few slabs, but we're left with the rest of the log. We got one slab still on here. We're gonna slide it off onto the forks, and then we're gonna keep on cutting through this beautiful wood. Pretty sure they're single slab tables, folks, especially the next 3 or 4 dynamite stuff. So wish us luck. No rocks, no metal inside the log. Making it go forward. All right, everyone, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 slabs already cut. It goes really quick when you have such a short log. A lot of the time we're cutting 12, 14 footers. And the blade's actually cutting really, really nice. We still ordered these blades from Lennox, but it's actually Wood-Mizer steel. There's a shortage in steel right now, and that's what they were able to get us. And that's fantastic because you know what? The Wood-Mizer steel is cutting great, so thank you, Wood-Mizer. They obviously know what they're doing. They've only been making sawmills for like 40 years or something. Major question I get asked a lot is like, why don't you cut and move the slab off every single time? The main reason for that is because we don't have to. And it's easier labor-wise to, you know, move 3 or 4 of them, even the whole log at the same time. But occasionally you'll have a log that has stress. Maybe it's pinching down as you start cutting it, or maybe it's just the weight of the slabs, how they're sitting. But on this very last cut, the 1, 2, 3, this 4th cut down, just at the very edge, when the teeth start coming out, we heard the motor of the blade really, really struggle and actually lower in RPM, and you can tell that there's a lot of pressure on that blade right there. So we're gonna actually take these 4 slabs off, and then we're gonna cut the remaining slabs. We're gonna throw in some water popping, and we're gonna do some bit of measuring too. We'll see how wide these things are, because they're looking good. You could say you could eat dinner on these slabs. Some people most likely will. Woo! Coming in hot, folks. We're coming in hot. All right, another common question I get is A, how much are the slabs? And B, where do I buy them? We have dealers. My other company, Legacy Lumber, this is Canadian Woodworks YouTube channel, you guys know that, but it's actually Canadian Woodworks and Legacy Lumber. Might change up the name, I don't know. Anyways, you buy these through our dealers all across North America. Get in touch with us, and I'll let you know roughly what something like this would cost. We're gonna check out the board footage, and I need to take a few measurements. I can pretty much average this probably at 42 inches. 42 by 2.5 by 72 divided by 144 gives us the board footage. So we got about 52.5 board feet in here. 52.5. This is going to be in the range of probably around $14 a board foot at our dealers. That's kiln dried, surfaced flat, ready for you guys to work your magic. So you're looking at about a $735, maybe $750 slab. Pretty sweet, in my opinion. All right, we left like zero waste on this thing. I pushed this one to the max. We cut the last two a little bit thicker, 12 quarter. Thinking most likely they'll be like an epoxy river table or a cast epoxy. And by the time you surface it, epoxy it, surface it again, you'll be a little bit thinner. So instead of doing the 10 quarters, we cut two 12 quarters. Definitely pushing it to the limit. We're gonna do one more water pop right now. We might as well do a water pop. We got a little water left. So let's just water pop. It's water pop time. First, it's actually broom time. All right, let's show you what this beautiful Siberian elm looks like. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there, folks. And yes, this is just water. We spray it on the log just to give you an example of how nice the grain actually looks and what it will look like kind of with a natural type of finish. Because without the water, you can see the grain just doesn't pop without the water pop. So we're gonna get these off of here and we're done. We're gonna need to sticker this slab. We can vacuum dry it at any point. All right, everyone, we gotta say bye to Evan, mostly because Paul's got a phone call to make, but he spotted a piece of curly maple here in my shop that honestly it's been, I got so much wood, okay? I'm a wood hoarder and I know what it's like to be a new woodworker starting out, so thought I'd give him a little surprise. Hey, Evan. Here you go, sir. Curly maple, because you got such a good eye. And that's the payment for running the sawmill for half an hour.
Thanks, Paul. Thank you, everybody.
All right, everyone, that's the end of Slaburday Saturday. We got some beautiful slabs out of that Siberian elm. You think so? Evan thinks so. And it was just a great time. It was really cool giving Evan a whole tour of the workshop, as well as having him run the sawmill. So, as always, everyone,
Have a great one.
make it a great one.
Make it a great one.
Hey!